Hi, everybody, and welcome to my daily vlog. It is um, July 2nd. It's raining outside. I am currently working on continuing to upload part 5 of my Golden Sun playthrough. So it's been a fun day. We got a new house guest, which is really cool. Um, and she's a lot of fun. It's a little kitten. I've named her Twix. Twix is a blast to have. She really is. But she's a little annoying. She likes to play jump. She likes to play escape the box we have for her to sleep in at night because we don't have a cage for her to sleep in. So there is that, which is annoying. Anyway, uh, tonight I thought I would talk about um how to handle things because I have recently been dealing with a whole slew of shit in my life. Things that I really hoped would have gotten better, but obviously they didn't. And it's nobody's fault but mine. I can trace a good chunk of what's going on in my mind back to a couple months ago, but again, it's same old, same old. And a lot of other things are just because of the choices that I made in life. I got an associate's degree, so I don't have a master's or bachelor's or anything like that. So, because of that, my job choices are extremely limited. And even if I am able to find something, I don't think it'll pan out that great. I have zero self confidence in myself because of everything that happened to me in school. Growing up, I've had zero confidence in a lot of the stuff that I do. And it shows. It always shows. I think what is the worst, though, of it and why it shows so bad is just in general. Everything that just is horrible. I'm keeping an eye on my upload. Everything in general that's just bad, that just makes life seem unfair. And there are times when I don't feel like myself. I don't feel happy, and I want to be happy. It is the one thing in this life that I would want more than anything. Even if I never have anybody by my side at night, I have nobody to talk to at the end of the day. I have nobody to sit with at night, nobody to talk with, nobody to love me. As long as I'm at least happy, that's all that matters to me. And there are days when my emotions and my mood and my mind just tell me you're never going to be happy. You are miserable by your own design and you're miserable because of it. And no matter what you do, you miserable piece of shit, you're always going to be this way. And that's how my mind has been that's what my mind's been doing to me. So, how do you deal with this? How do you handle things like that? For me, I don't. Now, to be fair, there are days when I really need to try to fight it, to try to find some self worth in my life. And when that happens and I feel validated, I end up going overboard. And I know this recently because of how I acted with my friend. It doesn't end well because you're acting like nothing can harm you, like you're invincible. There's a shield around you that nothing can penetrate. And while that might work for a little while, you're not Superman. You're not Supergirl, and you're going to eventually fail miserably, fortunately. Because of that, because of just the weirdness that happens, you always, 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 somehow, some way, you just lose track of everything, and it sucks. So, how can you deal with it? What are some things you can do to better yourself, to fix these things, to handle your problems? Don't let them control you, for starters. I'm still dealing with that issue. I screwed up with my friend. You all know it. I've never hidden it. And sad thing is I won't um ever again. It's the one thing that has definitely made me decide that I am not opening my heart again to love because I do not want to feel this way again. Right now, for me, I'm trying my best to make the feelings for my friend go away so that I know she has a good life and I have a good life. Because my mind has told me that I'm not worthy of love. I'm not worthy of her. I'm not worthy of anyone. And it's that mental stress in my mind that just continues to make me feel this way. That no matter what I do wrong in my life, no matter what happens, I am not worthy of anything. Some of the ways that I've been dealing with it are just I let it wash over me. I try to be like a rock in the river and just let it flow right over me. The downside is it doesn't always work. And you oftentimes find yourself stuck, I want to say, with everything that's going on. Either your life continues to just continues to snowball, or you somehow manage to do the impossible and you fix the problem. It doesn't always work, though, and you have to try to find other methods. I've tried to distract myself with other hobbies, other interests, but that often leads me back to the same problem I had before. And it still sucks because now I have the problem. I'm aware of the problem. And what I'm trying to do to rectify the problem is being circumvented by the problem. There are times when you are going to be against the world. And no matter what happens, you can't just continue down the path that you've been on. For me, I've tried my best to be who I am. But again, self confidence, I have none. Confidence, I have little to none. I could honestly give you a better example of what I do have, which is very little of anything. And this is stuff that I've had to deal with. I'm not doing these vlogs to be a downer or anything. I'm doing these to try to be helpful, to show that when you do something online and you're an online person, they oftentimes hold you up on a high pedestal. They think that nothing can ever get to you, nothing can bother you, nothing can affect you, but it can. And sometimes even just the smallest thing proves that we're human. I've been trying to look at the positives for a lot of the stuff in my life right now, and I have been having a hard time doing it because the negatives just pile up on top of the positives. And every positive aspect, my mind immediately goes right to what the negative aspect was. And nothing I do changes it. The negative aspects continue to grow. Are there days that I regret decisions that I've done that have led me to this? Absolutely. I regret telling my friend how I feel. I regret there's a time just a couple days ago I regretted even meeting my friend in the first place because of everything. But that part of me is something that if I wouldn't have met her, I wouldn't have changed who I am. I wouldn't be transitioning. I wouldn't be I wouldn't be becoming me if it wasn't for meeting her. And honestly, I don't think I could spend an entire eternity not having her as a friend. So that's a positive for me. Looking on the positives for a lot of stuff is a good way to try to come up with a solution, to try to circumvent what's going on. It doesn't always work. God knows it doesn't help. But oftentimes it can be useful. Are there times when you really wish that you could just snap your fingers and make all your problems go away? And for me, yes, there are. There are days I wish I could wake up and my life would be 100 times better, and I wouldn't have to deal with anything that stresses me out or gives me problems. But unfortunately, I don't live in that reality. I don't live in the reality of I can exist solely for the purpose of existing. What I am, I am. And there's nothing more I can do about it. Does this mean that I have no solutions? There are always solutions. The problem is we can't see them. The problem is no matter what, we can't determine them. And what sucks about this and what blows for a majority of people is that these emotions build up over time and there's never an outlet. They don't know how to handle things and how to deal with them. And even if they do get help, it's still a mental battle that no one ever sees. And it's a battle that, despite everything, you could either win or lose by simply taking one wrong step in a different direction. For me, I try not to let my emotions run my life. Do I succeed at that? No, not even close. There are days when I I wish that I could have my emotions stay in check, that I could go, okay, I'm not going to think about anything today. I'm not going to worry about anything today. I'm going to get up. I'm going to go get some water. I'm going to use the bathroom, eat breakfast, take my medicine, and just completely let go. And then there are days when I know I can't. I have been feeling that way now for the last couple days. And one of the things that I have always been able to do is hide it. I can I can pretend very well. I could consider it like acting at this point, but I could definitely act like I have no idea or that it doesn't bother me. And I can fool myself to a point. But then there are days when I can't. And those are the days that life just gets really hard. Those are the days that I turn to my friends for help. And sometimes that's enough. Other times I still have to deal with it alone, even with their help. It's just the way things are, unfortunately. And sad truth is that as people just continue to have this problem, so on and so forth ad infinito. And nothing we do changes it. But hopefully, hopefully you can change your life and things can get better. Ways you can deal with stuff is very simple. Just talk it out. Come up with a hobby. Do something to help offset it. If that doesn't help, talk to friends, talk to family. Do what you have to do. But remember, we're all human. Take care, everybody. Till next time.